The world has divided into two. One is Islam and those who want to destroy that and destroy society. Look, Islam.
You know why I don't like VTuber culture? Because there's a larger big picture to everything. And I'm sorry, VTuber culture is just an entertainment bullshit. It's to keep you fucking mind numbed. You want your fucking drugs? Just look at the entertainment industry. There's your opium for the people.
Will enter every household, whether you like it or not. Donald Trump, inshallah, soon you will see we have a plan in place.
You know, while you got people like this who want to destroy Western civilization, and you guys are fighting fucking amongst yourselves like fucking retards. Noose yourselves.
To go visit him and call him toward Islam. Inshallah, if Biden is awake, we'll also go and visit him, inshallah. And others, Brother Bobby, may Allah make it soon, inshallah, we'll be seeing his shahada. And others, Sneeko and others, we're going to be reaching out to everybody. As Muslim, as an ummah, we're going to be reaching out. And you're going to be seeing more and more of these types of people who know that this society and the direction that it's going in is not the right direction, are going to be coming to Islam. The world has divided.
Oh yeah, by the way, if the Islamic society starts pushing on to Western society, you can say goodbye to VTubing culture and your weird fucking social media platforms and YouTube altogether. I hope to see everyone burn. Sorry, I'm a terrible person. As you can see, I have very, very low hopes for humanity. The reason why I have no hopes for humanity is because there's always infighting between fucking retards. Literally, you guys are friends and you fucking are trying to fucking get at each other's throats. Fuck it. Because you're jealous of their work ethic or whatever. It's like, what the fuck? You guys are cooked. No matter what deal I make with respect to Russia, Ukraine. No matter how good it is, even if the biggest, greatest deal ever made, the failing New York Times will speak badly of it. Little Peter Baker, a very biased and untalented writer of the Times, followed his editor's demands and wrote the Ukraine should get back territory. Oh, you know what we could do with everyone who's an influencer? We should throw them into the war zone. Sorry. I suppose Crimea, another ridiculous request in order to stop the killing that is worse than anything since World War II. Why doesn't this lightweight reporter say that that it was Obama who made it possible for Russia to steal Crimea from Ukraine without even a shot being fired? It was also little Peter, who wrote an absolutely fawning yet terribly written biography of Obama. It was a joke. Did Baker ever criticize the Obama Crimea Gateway? No, not once. Only Trump. And I've had nothing to do with this stupid war. There it goes again. Other than early on, when I gave Ukraine javelins and Obama gave them sheets. This is the Sleepy Joe Biden's war, not mine. It was a loser from day one. And should have never happened. And wouldn't have happened if I were president at the time. I'm just trying to clean up the mess that was left to me by Obama and Biden. And what a mess it is. With all of that being said, there was no reason for Putin to be shooting missiles into civilian areas, cities, and towns over the last few days. It makes me think that maybe he doesn't want to stop the war. He's just tapping me along and has to be dealt with differently through banking or secondary sanctions. Too many people are dying. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that into the influencer industry. Start sending missiles into these fuckers because they're a bunch of fucking idiots. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh boy. Why won't Zelensky end the war? Zelensky, it's time for Ukrainians to stop dying. No, not yet! No! All VTubers must face the pike. Sorry. I am going to be making fun of the VTuber influencer sphere for a very, very long time. For a very, very long time. I will be making fun of Asmongold. I'll be making fun of Hassan. I'll be making fun of what the fucking XQC, that fucking idiot. I'll be making fun of V2. I'll make fun of anybody and everybody. I don't give a fuck. I'll even make fun of Joe Rogan. Who gives a fuck? I fucking hate people. Epstein. Ripped to a federal war, Virginia. Did more to expose Epstein and his crimes than just about anyone, and it took immense courage. And yes, we should all be incredibly skeptical of the headline. Needs to release Epstein files to the public now. Yeah, I don't think they're ever gonna release it. Epstein. Man, that VTuber news was like boring and fucking dry and made my head hurt. Because it oh, that was a headache. God. Step away from the kids. Look around and find out. Stay the fuck away from our kids, freak. Yeah, this is the VTuber industry. God damn. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know I'm a terrible fucking person. I'm evil. I should get hung. I should catch myself on fire. Blah, blah, blah. I know. I get it. I say a lot of fucked up things. I'm not nice. Yes, yes, yes. Just like the rest of the world. After a long day of being insulted by trannies online. Oh yeah, I'm going to be talking all sorts of mad shit because I don't get paid by any of these people. Yeah, the VTuber industry, who gives a fuck? Twitch industry, it can burn in hell. This whole world can fucking burn, by the way. Scorched earth. Scorched earth. By the way, scorched earth. And that means even nice people, too. Even them fucking kids. God damn, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. But the kids, but the... No, fuck them kids.
So it's all bad for Trump in terms of the public just soundly rejecting everything he's doing, even the stuff that he says just for political effect. It's having the opposite political effect that he intends. I don't know that we have ever seen another first 100 days from any president this roundly rejected and hated by the American people. And as I said, correlation is not causation. Things happening together doesn't necessarily mean that one of those things caused the other one to happen. But on the day we've got on the front page of the New York Times, voters sour on Trump. Americans think Trump is overreaching in his use of power. On the day that is the news on Donald Trump, what does Trump do? He arrests a judge. He arrests a judge.
Accused.
And we're going to talk with Congressman Jamie Raskin about this in just a moment. But if you want to talk about a portrait of desperation, show me the political leader who is just flipping the table over, just pulling the pin on the grenade and rolling it into the room.
Yeah,
show
I don't
me the
mind doing
elected
that.
leader who has decided
I would love
to
a
start
grenade
arresting
to fuck
judges
people up with.
to see what
That'd be
happens.
fun. I'm so sorry. I have no sympathy for retards. Derpy derp derp.
So it's all bad.
On Monday, I report. What is this? Milwaukee. On Monday, I report exclusively that Democrat Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers, Department of Administration, instructed all state employees to help illegal aliens evade arrest by ICE. Now, a Milwaukee County judge has been arrested for doing just that. Nice. Oh yeah, this person, yeah. Oh, I'm pretty sure this is a meme. Or maybe actually this is a legal document. Senator Bernie Sanders Sanders statement on Trump's arrest of Milwaukee judge. Oh, Bernie Sanders made a fuck. Let's be clear, Trump's arrest of Judge Dugan in Milwaukee has nothing to do with immigration. This latest attack is about one thing, unchecked vote. Well, I mean, it is, well, first of all, the judges are trying to have some weird sway in foreign business deals and foreign stuff, and it's like, what? What are you, no. That's not, your job is on the homeland. Not, what? Not foreign policy. At least not these foreign policies. Sawyer County, Wisconsin Judge Monica Isham is pushing back hard against the arrest of Milwaukee. This person doesn't sound American to me. Judge Monica Isham of Sawyer County. Oh, did they say she's Native American? Uh-oh, that's why. Oh, yeah. That's why. She's using her Native American privilege to try and fuck with people, eh? Trying to swing it as a cudgel, huh? Just like VTuber? Damn it, I'm sorry. I know I'm being toxic. I can't help it. I'm just a toxic person. Humanity is fucked. I'm sorry. Humanity needs a cleansing. Sorry. I don't make the rules. I'm sorry. Peter. Oh, we already read this. Sorry, I'm someone who dislikes California and would like to see it nuked. Because there's a lot of retards in California, and it's better off just to cleanse it with fire, you know? Yeah. I'm a terrible person, I know. I know, I need to get hung, yes. I know. I need to be flogged, I need to be burned. Yes, we get it. Just like everyone else in America. I'm sorry. Oh, did Hank backstab him or something?
Self-knowing and profound self-development that is required in order to walk through the world in your authentic embodiment, knowing.
Huh?
I don't like clowns.
That sounds like VTubers when they tried to tell you to buy their product. I am so sorry. Just sound like snake oil salesman, like fucking Cinder. God damn it, I am so sorry. I can't. Ever since that shit happened, I'm never gonna. I'm just gonna keep making fucked up jokes now. Bully! No bully! Bully!
There are a lot of people here of all ages who are trapped by their phones. And when you talk about us being disconnected and not talking to each other, I am not out.
Yeah, this is how I view some VTubers. They act like Michelle Obama, so it's like, burn!
Out in the world like a normal person anymore. But when I am, people don't even recognize me. You know why? Because they're on their phones. Nobody is looking at each other. I could walk right past somebody with a hat on.
It's true. Just look at VTubers.
I'm just a black woman in a cap.
They buy all that technology.
I don't know. No, I've done it.
And then they're a bunch of neats.
I have done it. I fly commercial. I am out there with the people, and folks are not paying attention.
All they know how to do is be e-girls and pinup dolls to be used.
Okay.
I am so sorry.
Looks familiar.
Dog shit. Dog shit. That's.
Okay, how do we know that they're a woman?
If she says she's a woman.
Okay.
Simple as. If she says she's a woman, she is. Okay. I'm a woman.
So you're a woman. Okay, when you tell me you're a woman, what does that mean you are?
I don't know. It's as simple as that. I just.
Can you
I
birth
feel like
babies?
A woman. That's how I choose
Are you a
to present
birthing
myself.
person?
What feelings do you have that you
a lot of
relate with being
VTubers
a
aren't
woman?
birthing people. They're not real, by the way.
I don't know. That's.
VTubers aren't real. People aren't real. Everyone on the internet is a robot who should get hung.
But you are a woman.
Yes.
Okay. But you don't know what a woman is.
Well, I do know what a woman is. It's anyone who identifies as a woman.
So just so that we're all abundantly clear
yes,
here,
anyone who identifies as a woman, yes.
Wildly evolved.
So basically,
beings.
all VTubers
are you to
fucking.
Imagine for a moment the amount of strength, courage, self-knowing, and profound self-development that is required.
I was about to pull out they're all fucking filtered male.
In order to walk through the world in your authentic embodiment, knowing that most people will deeply misunderstand you.
Oh
the
yeah,
average person
I mean that's
will
the
not
point.
Walk through the world in their authentic embodiment, knowing that even one or two people in their circle will misunderstand them. From a psychological and
If I
want to
do that to someone I hate, why
absolutely,
wouldn't I?
Other than love, nothing more important or more valuable than authenticity.
Why wouldn't I just want to
That's why
fuck
we come
with
here
them?
into human bodies.
They're so milk
We
toast
come
and
here
such a
to
bitch.
self-actualize, to know who we truly are.
I'm
and
sorry
to
if you
live
can't
as
tell.
our
I
authentic
love,
selves. That's the whole
I love
point.
cornering people. I love bullying
Trans
people.
people
I
are
love trying to drive. I love trying to make people mad, because I want them to get mad. So me calling out the VTuber industry and influencers and calling them all fuckheads and shit. Hey, that's the point.
Wildly evolved. And one day we will understand them as wisdom keepers and we will bow at their feet.
World out.
I hate to say it, but these people are just like, they're entertainers. They're monkeys. They're meant to have money thrown at them and to be, right, be played with like toys. God damn, I'm sorry.
There's in trouble.
Oh, hey, right there. Perfect example.
Why?
Yeah, and to set the stage for you and
Sorry,
Sandra,
I
this
view
was truly
humans
horrific.
as
This
playthings.
guy was in court being prosecuted
If I could,
by a
I'd
state
lobotomize
prosecutor
people.
for domestic violence battery. He had beat up two people,
sorry.
a guy and a girl, beat the guy, hit the guy 30 times, knocked him to the ground, choked him, beat up a woman so badly they both had to go to the hospital. And John, you know, it's so rare for victims to want to cooperate. They wanted to cooperate. They were sitting in the courtroom with the state prosecutor. The judge learns that ICE was outside to get the guy because he had been deported in 2013, came back in our country, commits these crimes, charged with committing these crimes, victims in court. Judge
Oh man,
finds
it
out,
sounds
she
like
goes out in the hallway,
influencers who commit
screams
crime
at the
nonstop,
immigration officers.
doing
She's furious,
scams and shit.
visibly
Oh,
shaken.
man. Who
Upset,
would've thought?
sends them off to talk to the chief judge. She comes back in the courtroom.
And
you
I
can
know
believe
some of
this,
these
takes the defendant and the defense
influencers
attorney
are
back in
in
her
different
chambers,
countries too, so
takes
that
them out
makes it
private
all the
exit
more
and tells
reason
them
to call
leave.
them
While a state prosecutor
that
and
thing.
victims of domestic violence are sitting
I mean, they're
in
not-
the courtroom.
You know,
criminals,
Madam
but
Attorney
yeah.
General, great to have you here, and thanks for
There's
coming
a lot of
back on America
criminals on the
Reports.
internet, if you
we
haven't
remember
noticed.
these words of Tom Homan, the
Some of
border
them are
czar.
on
This was
Twitch.
March 17th, and his message on these judges who apparently are trying to get in the way of this administration's efforts. Listen.
I'm proud to be a part of this administration. We're not stopping. I don't care what the judges think. I don't care what the left thinks. We're coming.
So when you see these judges trying to obstruct your efforts to make this country safer, what is your message to them?
We are going to prosecute you, and we are prosecuting you. I found out about this the day it happened. We could not believe, actually, that a judge really did that. We looked into the facts in great depth. That's her picture up on the screen, Hannah Dugan, who is now in custody. You cannot obstruct a criminal case, and really, shame on her. It was a domestic violence case of all cases, and she's protecting a criminal defendant over victims of crime.
You're obviously total lunatics.
All right, there you have it. He feels feminine. How would he even know? I don't know. I don't try to play that weird game some people like to play, because I live in reality and not this weird fucking internet fucking fantasy land that some of these people like to play. Yeah, I just don't play their game. Sorry. I just don't. Because if I see their game, I'm just gonna stab it. Literally. I'm gonna poke holes in it. It's gonna be, yeah, poke, right in your face, right in your face. I'm sorry, god damn it. I can't help myself. There's too many idiots on the internet. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Did they go to the fucking thing? Confidence in every step. Oh, yes. Thank you for showing me the way. Hey, this is VTubers' every dream is to have Biden fuck them and peg them in the asshole. Right? It's to have Biden sniff them. VTubers want the Biden sniff, yes? God damn it, I'm so sorry. I know Minecrafters do. Oh, God damn it, I'm so sorry. Yeah, these people are never going to beat the allegations. Oh, shit.
If we had an honest press in this country, we would be so well served.
One of the issues that Donald Trump is really under the water, probably his worst issue, is the Maryland man who is in El Salvador right now. It's something that...
Maryland man?
He is a Maryland man.
Come on.
What I will tell
he
you
is an El Salvadoran citizen. He is not a Maryland man. He is an illegal immigrant living in this country.
But he's the Maryland man. No, he's the Maryland man. No, these VTubers, they're so great. They're so fun. And milquetoast. Just like Elwig.
Country illegally for 14 years.
Whatever you want to say, Scott. But the American
This
people...
is the way it is because we're lying. We're lying.
We're not lying. The American people...
At least some of them. Some influencers just deserve it. I'm sorry. They make themselves easy targets. I'm sorry. I mean, honestly, influencers are the easiest target because all they do is live their life online and fucking and are just a bunch of neats who don't go outside sometimes. Or who may be socially awkward.
Even though they have been saying that about him for weeks, that is not penetrating, and Americans are just misled, and that's why they don't like how Trump has handled this?
He has been saying that for weeks. And what has the entirety of the national news media been saying? He's a Maryland man. He's a mild-mannered suburban father. We have lied our rear ends off about this case. He is a El Salvador illegal immigrant. He came to the country 14 years ago illegally. There is a ton of evidence that he is involved in gang activity. There is a ton of evidence that he was involved in.
Scott Jennings is even calling out his own network. See ya.
He's a mild-mannered...
That's what I would do to VTuber. God damn it, I'm sorry.
suburban father. We have lied our rear ends off about this case.
I'm sorry. I, as you can tell, I'm a fucking evil person. What made me this way? Humans. Humans did. I'm sorry. Humans are the epitome of mostly all the world's problems. Humans love creating issues all the fucking time. Just look at the VTuber industry or entertainment industry. Just look at law. I love creating problems. I mean, just look at politicians. I love creating problems. Maybe if you don't create problems and actually be a good person, maybe don't be fucking scummy, yeah. Or are we just gonna keep perpetuating this the black market this money laundering scamming thing that's going on for entertainment industry. She's done. Damn, everyone's making posts about Cinder. Oh my gosh. Yeah, everybody was saying she was supposed to be like one of the nicest VTubers too. You guys are a bunch of fucking liars. Man, why do influencers bullshit all the time, huh? It's very interesting. I'm sorry, it's not all the time. Oh my god, I'm just making fun of the whole fucking thing. I'm sorry. Sorry, it's hard to take influencers real sometimes because they get into issues all the fucking time. Almost all the fucking time. I mean, I guess you have LSF to thank for that, and like, right, some of the people who put them on blast, right?
Don't give me any problems. I don't want any problems. She needs to answer questions.
She needs to answer questions. Huh?
Don't run interference. I don't want to hear it.
What are we doing? I'm confused.
Karen, are you going to allow an audit of Inside Safe? Are you going to allow an audit of Inside Safe by Kenneth Mejia? Why are you fighting that, Karen?
Why?
We have spent $367 million to house 905 people with Inside Safe, and you're cutting the sanitation budget. You cut the budget for sanitation and street services by $35 million.
Yeah, should we should get the Joe Biden edit and do that to the VTuber industry and influencers. Why? Oh, I'm making it so VTubers and influencers have to deal with political matters. Why? Because there's an infighting of civil war between these fucking dumb people and fucking influencers. Trying to fucking eat each other. Why wouldn't I? It's fucking hilarious. I love seeing the gladiatorial fights. I want to see people fucking knife each other. I'm so sorry.
Really? And then you're out here asking for volunteers to pick up the slack. Shame on you, Karen. You forgot to check in. You have cut the budget and you demand volunteers pick up your slack.
Maybe the one where,
Oh, yeah.
Oh. All right. What we got here? Oh, no one is above the law. Oh. Same with VTubers. No one's above the law. I'm sorry. I should say influencers in general. Yeah, I feel like some of these influencers act like they have such, right? They have impunity or some shit. Like they won't get any backlash or anything. No, it's easy for people to call you out, even if it's just one person. You see a lot of people get one guide. Maybe even the one guy makes a comment that makes that stings them.
This has all been unprecedented. Do you believe that if the Attorney General decides that crimes have been committed, that he should take the incredible step of indicting a former president of the United States?
Andrea, it's not my place I don't have all the evidence. This is going to be up to the Justice Department to make a decision about what happened here, why it happened, and if it rises to the level of a crime. I will say in America, we know, as a great man once said, the law is king, the president isn't king, and I would add to that, the former president isn't king. Everyone has to follow the laws.
Oh, right? No one's above the law. Correct? Even Amy Klobuchar said. Right. Letitia James, right, said it. Now Amy Klobuchar. Oh my gosh. No one's above the law, right? Hey, VTubers, best be careful.
The judge, Hannah Dugan, a local judge, Milwaukee County Court, she was arrested on courthouse grounds where she works at about 8:30 this morning, taken into custody, appearing before the federal court about these charges, helping an immigrant from Mexico try to escape federal immigration authorities. The story of how that happened, it all took place on April 18th. That man, a man named Eduardo Flores Ruiz, he was in her court for a domestic violence charge, according to the court records. And at the hearing, the immigration authorities from the federal government were waiting to apprehend him for these immigration removal proceedings. But Judge Dugan, according to the court record against her, became visibly angry, commented that the situation was absurd, left the bench, entered chambers, and then escorted later Flores Ruiz through a jury door so that he would avoid his arrest by federal immigration authorities. That is according to the Justice Department in federal court.
Everyone has to follow the laws.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Yeah, I don't think VTubers do that, or anyone does that, really. They all scam each other. Sorry, dude, ever since Tectone was all like, oh yeah, they're just all a bunch of unemployed people scamming each other. Oh my God. I mean, that's obviously not what he said, but it's... As soon as I saw that word unemployed, I was so like, yep. Yep.
Populist. She is like, this is about class politics, working class people. Some of the same people Donald Trump appeals to. Does that worry you? As a not
I have a tremendous amount of respect for. I buy her T-shirts for $39.95. Tax the rich.
Tax the rich.
They're very popular in Miami Beach. I wear them, I sign them, and I give them to people. She has an 82% margin on that, proving that inside of every list is a cat trying to get out.
Well, the reason why they're bleeping out the names now is because YouTube doesn't like it. Or at least it seems like countries don't like it when you use vocabulary or terminology terms that label people in these political categories, right? I don't know. Why have these terms in the vocabulary or terminology of English, and you're just going to censor them? Yeah, okay. Well, what's the point of I guess we're just going to censor. I guess we're just going to have to sign language now, right? All language, all English, nothing, right? It's just sign language now. Like, what? Can't say words, no? Okay. Oh, man. This is why I hate the government and companies and their weird ideology on freedom of speech and what words should be censored and what words should be uncensored. It's just fucking arbitrary bullshit. Bunch of lying fuckheads.
We're going to begin with that high-stakes sit-down.
Bunch of commie fuckheads.
President Trump and
who
Ukrainian
should
President
all burn.
Zelensky meeting face-to-face inside St. Peter's Basilica. Look at that picture.
Maybe I should maybe in honor of the Pope I'll drop the I'll drop the word.
After the funeral, Trump posted on social media that he thinks maybe Vladimir Putin
I could. I mean, it's in honor of the Pope. Come on.
Take a different approach with dealing with the Russian
the
president.
Pope would
All
want
of this
us to
happening as
say
war
the
continues
word.
to rage on, and Putin now says his forces have taken back.
He tried to
Russia's
bring
cursed
Lucy,
region
okay,
on the border with Ukraine.
together with,
Ukrainian army
with
is
Christianity
calling Putin's
for some reason.
a quote propaganda ploy. Senior White House correspondent Selena Wang joins me live from Washington now with more. Selena, this is the first time. There were so many remarkable things about what happened this morning, but this is the first time these two men have met face to face since that Oval Office February meeting that was just so contentious. What are both sides saying about today's meeting?
Yeah, exactly. The timing could not be more significant. And to your point, this is their first face-to-face meeting since that disastrous meeting in the White House where the president publicly chastised President Zelensky for not being grateful enough for U.S. support. But you can see those images there. The two men huddled close together, deep in conversation in St. Peter's Basilica. And out of the meeting, you had positive messages from both sides. The White House is saying that the two sides had a, quote, very productive session. And Zelensky saying it was, quote, very symbolic, and added that it has the potential to become.
Oh wow, he's actually wearing something nice to the funeral. Holy shit,
Zelensky has been pushing for Zelensky to accept.
He's not wearing his weird war
fatigues. Very favorable to Russia, and it comes as Trump administration officials have threatened to
it's like he came to the United States going to war.
Don't come to an agreement.
I guess he wants us to go to war.
You use the word significance. Talk about the
and I mean crush
significance of this meeting happening, where it happened, and also there's that other picture with Keir Starmer and
I can't help myself.
And
Zelensky is a
has his
fucking
hand
asshole,
on
just like
Zelensky's
fucking
shoulder,
Putin.
show of support. Talk about the significance of where this happened.
They're both
Yeah, these are really striking images. You mentioned the one where you have both Zelensky and Trump along
Zelensky's
with two
gay
other
and
world
Putin's
leaders
a
who are
fucking
key
asshole.
allies of Zelensky's, the leaders of both France and the UK. You can see there Macron has his hand on
Hey,
Zelensky's
I mean,
back.
Zelensky was
Powerful
dancing
moments.
in some
and when
weird.
it comes to
He was
that
doing
meeting
some
between
weird shit when he
Zelensky
was
and President Trump, as you can see
before
there
he
in
was a
St. Peter's
politician.
Basilica,
Okay,
it's
not my
about
problem.
more than just the location, more than just the fact that they're inside the Vatican. They are brought together because of Pope Francis's funeral. And Pope Francis is someone who relentlessly called for peace, called for an end to the war in Ukraine, as those two world leaders are discussing how to achieve exactly that.
You can just imagine how happy he would be that this was happening at that particular moment. President Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, met with Putin yesterday in talks that did not include representatives from Ukraine. What has Ukraine said about a proposed peace plan?
So Ukraine has rejected the current U.S. proposal for peace, and that plan is seen as being very favorable to Russia. It would mean that it prohibits NATO membership for Ukraine. It would require Ukraine to give up land that Russia has seized since its invasion, in addition to giving up Crimea. And Zelensky has made it clear
I don't
that
know
they are
if,
not going to give up
I don't
Crimea.
know what
And
Zelensky wants to
on
do.
Truth Social, though, President
I think
Trump
he wants
seems
to try and get
changing his
Crimea
tune when it
back.
comes to Russian
Probably.
leader
I think that's what
Vladimir
it was,
Putin.
but at the same time, I
Trump
don't know if he
has
wants to.
before said that he believes
think
Putin
Russia
does
wants to
want
keep
peace.
Crimea.
He does want an agreement, but in a post on
I don't
Truth
know
Social
what's
today,
gonna
the
go on
president
with
saying,
that
quote, there was no reason for Putin to be shooting missiles into civilian areas, cities, and towns over the last few days. It makes me think that maybe he doesn't want to stop the war. He's just tapping me along and has to be dealt with differently through banking or secondary sanctions. Too many people are dying. So President Trump there, he's threatening sanctions on Russia. But the bottom line here is that we don't know if a deal is close or even possible. All of this coming as Russia continues deadly attacks on Ukraine.
Selena Wang from Washington. Selena, thank you.
Have it. FBI arrests judge on obstruction charges. Is this the one lady?
FBI's arrest of a judge in Milwaukee on charges she helped
Yeah,
a
Milwaukee,
man
yep.
evade immigration authorities. ABC's Perry Russum has more on that. Good morning, Perry.
Rihanna, good morning to you. Judge Hannah Dugan is facing 2 charges, including obstruction and concealing someone to prevent their arrest. Officials say on
Sounds
April
like
18th,
that one judge
ICE
who
was getting
was,
ready to arrest Eduardo Flores Ruiz, who they say
was
is
housing
in the country
that
illegally.
one
He was set to be arraigned
immigrant
on 3
dude and
counts
was
of
giving
battery
him
in
firearms
Dugan's
to
courtroom. According to
use.
court
Who was it? A fucking like
investigators
what
say
Trende
Dugan heard about the
Aragua
ICE
member or
officers in the
something,
hallway,
MS-13 member,
left
one
the
of those
bench,
gangs.
walked down to the courtroom and told
Was
the
giving him
officers to leave.
firearms to use and
Dugan
shit.
is
It was
accused
just
of
like,
then escorting
what are you
Flores to a
doing?
jury door to avoid getting arrested in the hallway. According to the complaint, he was ultimately arrested by ICE outside the courthouse as he was trying to run away. Dugan was arrested early Friday morning by the FBI. She was seen
I'm surprised that dude didn't fucking get that gun and turn
getting
around
this
and
video.
start
She
fucking
was
going
asked
on a
if she had
rampage.
anything to say.
I mean, it
She
would be
said
pretty
nothing
dumb
as
for
she
him to
got
do that.
into the back of the SUV.
Unless he wanted to
Dugan's
fucking
attorney
lose
says
his
she will
life.
defend herself vigorously and looks forward to being exonerated. Whit.
All right, Perry Russum for us. Thank you.
News wrap. Iranian port rocked by massive deadly explosion. Yeah, this happened earlier today.
In tonight's other news, there was an explosion at a Persian Gulf port in southern Iran. In tonight's other news, there was an explosion at a Persian Gulf port in southern Iran. At least 5 people were killed and more than 700 others injured. Plumes of black smoke could be seen for miles. The cause of the blast is unknown. According to a private security firm, last month a shipment of chemical rocket fuel for missiles was delivered to the port. Iran hasn't commented on that. The explosion came on the same day as a 3rd round of talks between the United States and Iran on Tehran's rapidly advancing nuclear program. U.S. officials said the talks in Oman were productive and that there would be another session soon in Europe. India said Pakistani soldiers shot at Indian posts for a 2nd straight night in the disputed Kashmir region, fueling long-standing tensions between the 2 nations. It comes in the wake of a gun attack earlier this week in Kashmir that killed dozens of people, most of them Indian tourists. India blames Pakistan for the incident, calling it an act of terrorism. Pakistan denies any involvement. Both Pakistan and India claim the entire Kashmir region as their own and have fought wars over it. A federal judge wants the Trump administration to explain why a 2-year-old U.S. citizen was deported to Honduras with her mother and older sister. Lawyers for the girl say that she, her mother, and her 11-year-old sister were detained when they showed up at an ICE office in New Orleans Thursday for a routine appointment. When the girl's legal custodian, who is a U.S. citizen, went to federal court seeking their release, administration lawyers said the mother wanted her daughters to go with her. Judge Terry Doherty asked to speak with the mother about her wishes, but was told they had already been released in Honduras. Doherty, who's a Trump appointee, ordered a hearing in 3 weeks in the interest of dispelling our strong suspicion that the government just deported a U.S. citizen with no meaningful process. And Virginia Giuffre, a key figure in the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking case, has died. Giuffre was among the first survivors of Epstein's abuse to go public and press for his criminal prosecution. She claimed that when she was a teenager, Epstein forced her to have sex with Britain's Prince Andrew. Both men denied the claim. Andrew eventually settled with Giuffre, including donating an undisclosed sum to the organization she founded.
This was the prince that said he couldn't sweat.
For survivors of sexual abuse. Giuffre's family said she died by suicide. She was 41 years old. If you or someone you know is struggling with thoughts of self-harm, you can call or text the National Suicide Hotline.
There's probably a lot of
988.
VTubers who should probably look into this.
Still to come on PBS News Weekend.
Or just
how
influencers
staffing
in
cuts
general.
at
I'm so
NIH
sorry.
may delay
God
the
damn it.
implementation of a
I mean,
promising development in the fight
everyone in
against
general.
cancer. And a new report says
suicide
coral
rates
bleaching is
have been going
affecting
up
virtually
recently.
all of the world's reefs.
Same with the
This is PBS News Weekend from the David and
disease
Rubenstein
rates
studio at
because of fucking
WETA in
COVID
Washington,
and everything.
home of the PBS News Hour, weeknights on PBS.
And people just love running themselves haggard, getting themselves killed. So yeah, that happens too. There's a thing called overworking themselves to death, right? People do that. Not good. You know how people work themselves to death? They get a stroke. Or they have heart failure. Because the heart just gives out. Yeah. Probably should take care of yourself, you know? Probably should take care of yourself. Alright, what do we got here? Thursday was a tough day for legacy media. The guy who spent years trying to get the president arrested thinks this is escalatory.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, the Justice Department thinks they have a really good position here. Pam Bondi was on television today boasting about this arrest and using language that prosecutors don't tend to use, especially in the pre-indictment phase, not saying allegedly, saying that it happened.
Oh, yeah.
And look, I think a lot depends on...
Yeah, but it did happen, though. I mean, in the court documents, they said this did happen to him. So what do you want? So what? I mean, what's wrong with that? I mean, if the court document said it, there's nothing wrong with using whatever language the court documents used. If a Supreme Court judge was to say, "Hey, all gun control laws are unconstitutional," I'll be like, "Hey, that's free. They're all unconstitutional, motherfucker. Get the fuck out. I'm building my fucking weapon."
If the facts are true, as alleged by the
I'm
FBI
getting
agent in
a
the court papers
grenade
today,
launcher.
it doesn't look great for the judge.
I'm getting everything.
No matter how you slice it. But then the other question is, was this
I'm
kind of
getting my
escalatory action?
No.
Was this the best course of action, to actually go and arrest her and take her to court and charge her federally? That's a big step.
What do you mean? You do that to what? Don't you do that already? What the fuck are you talking about, you fucking weirdo? The Sonic Joker laugh. What do we got? Well, how the turntables. How the tables have turned? Ah! I'm an astronaut. It's like my hero, Katy Perry.
I'm allowed to call you Josh, Sam, David, Kyle, or Matt, and you are not allowed to correct me. All of those names are synonyms for white guy with beard.
You know what?
Wait,
Fair
what?
enough, Ling Ling. Fair enough.
Wait, what? You just stereotype people? Me watching these corrupt judges getting arrested. Hey, it's Salty Cracker.
This
I
is
watch
not
him
selective
occasionally.
prosecution.
So there has been a violation here that we know for sure. That this is not somebody who's singled out. Even if you thought that there was a ground for doing this, the judgment call that you thought that this is the case to bring, it tells you everything. Everyone will be treated, as Merrick Garland has said, as equally in this country. This is really a great day.
Why would I believe Merrick Garland?
Right? Lowest
Who the fuck is a
on
liar,
record,
anyways?
Number of illegal people crossing the border. On foreign policy, he's getting Europe to pony up for NATO. On China, he is taking on the radical fleecing of the American working class by China. There are massive achievements from these first 100 days, and I hate to break it to you guys, but the
Yeah, it's
base
what,
is
100 and over 110 days now. Harris Fight Fund. Here's the truth. Direct. Wait, is she actually coming back to? has she started fucking trying to get funds now? Here's the truth. Directly and transparent. Democrats across the country have received a lot of fewer individual donations so far this month than had been hoped for, and certainly less than the last few months. It's not great. Oh, I guess she's still looking for money for some reason.
No one is above the law. No one is above the law. No one is above the law.
No
one is above the law. No one is above the law.
Oh man. Oh yeah, wasn't everyone saying the new Alien vs Predator fucking trailer looked weird? Yeah, the new Predators. Something happened. I guess they wanted to make them look more, I guess African. I don't know. Scott Jennings destroys activist judges supporters with one phrase.
It's an embarrassment. Let me just respond to something you said, go ahead. Which is that you said, well, you got to worry about the impact on the community. Yes. The president and the Justice Department and his people have to worry about the impact of immigration on the country because nobody's been worried about that for years. And the reason this is important is because this is one of Donald Trump's biggest justice priorities, and frankly, it's one of the American people's biggest priorities to control this, and you know well. Really? There are people all over towns, all over this country who have been working overtime to try to stop him from executing on this agenda. If she turns out to be one of them, a spectacle is warranted so other people will stop doing it.
I appreciate
Let me tell you
Yeah.
what we really got to
Yes!
People and one political party
Take
in this
examples
country
out of
dedicated
people.
to re-importing
Hang them up
hand over fist, and it is
on that fucking cross and burn them at the stake. There's someone who's in the video. God damn it! I'm not gonna. I gotta stop. They're all just allegations for. Oh fuck allegations. I don't give a fuck about. Dude, some people are just disgusting human beings. I don't care about allegations or not. People have done some fucked up shit. Doing disgusting. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck anymore. Fuck people. They can all burn in hell. Man, there's a lot of fucking shit.
This is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and the eyes of the world today were on the funeral for Pope Francis, but they were also on President Donald Trump, who the world was watching. And what he did after the funeral, well, that set off a firestorm.
Oh, did you
Before
talk
we
to
get started,
Zelensky?
guys,
Was that
please
what
make sure you
was?
like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps us out. Now, President Trump was among many dignitaries, heads of state, world leaders who went to the funeral of the pontiff. Pope Francis passed away earlier this week and soon a conclave will convene after 9 days of mourning to elect the next pope, the next head of the Catholic Church. And things get really kind of crazy after that. There is a prophecy of St. Malachi, which I'm sure some of you have heard of, that says this is the last pope before the judgment. There is only one.
Oh. That's why this pope is going to be in the last pope before judgment. Uh-oh, it's the end of the New Testament coming. Uh-oh.
Spot for a picture of another
We're gonna
pope
get
in
rapture?
the Vatican.
There's a lot of people who
So
should fucking get rapture.
It's kind of scary times, but something else that's
Oh,
going on
yeah,
is trade
rapture,
deals
yes,
and
rapture.
these kind of side negotiations that people were expecting Trump to engage heavily on during his trip. But that's not exactly what he did. He did meet with French President Emmanuel Macron, and he did meet with Vladimir Zelensky of Ukraine. And before he went there, he said that Russia and Ukraine are close to a deal.
Oh.
But then he surprised everyone because right after the funeral, right after, the president left, boarded his plane, and came back to the United States just that quickly. And that shocked a lot of people who thought he was going to stay, negotiate, mull around with the dignitaries. Trump's not about that. Trump wants to get back to work. And while that may be shocking for some, for those of us who support President Trump, we know he's a workaholic. He had to do this. It was the right thing to do. But now it's time to get back to work. And that's exactly what he did. I want you to watch this and let me know what you think in the comments.
Well, popes have always been political figures, back many a century, and we forget that. But he was not only a unifying one, but a pope, but had a deep sense of values about how one treats the poor, how one treats the homeless. You've been having testaments to that, and you heard them in the funeral service all morning. And it's interesting at this particular moment in American history, where the government seems to have turned on many of those values, not all of them, but some of them, or said it is not up for the government to be paying for this or solving this problem. And so it's really a moment of contrast out there. And I think one of the other big moments here is that because it has brought so many leaders together, there was really an opportunity for President Trump to go do some diplomacy on the side once the ceremony was over. Of course, as he himself noted, it wouldn't be seemly to be doing it during this. But he left right away. He just headed right back to his airplane.
Yeah, the Pope spoke often about migration, and that, of course, during the 2016 campaign was one of the sticking points.
Oh, there you go. They said he left right after everything was done. So it seems like Trump wants to get back to work as fast as possible. What is this?
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say to you. Call the police, it's fine.
White people are...
I don't like clowns.
A father immediately forgives student who stabbed his son to death at a high school track meet. Austin Metcalf's dad tries to protect white Americans protester who held a rally for slain teen. Yeah, honestly, I think this all happened because he did this, right? He said this, and then that fucking set off a lot of fucking, right, instigators and activists to just literally take the narrative and steamroll it to what they wanted it to be. Black judges gives armed robbers light sentence saying 3-year-old white victim is racist. Oh my god. No. Stop. Oh shit. See, this is why I can't take people seriously, not even VTubers. Jesus. Fuck, man. Holy shit. Do not let them trick you into thinking we are enemies. Do not let them think we can be separated into rural and urban, black and white, and Latino. Wait, what? Notice how they capitalize black and Latino, but not white. Yeah, that's so fucking weird. Oh, good AOC, man. Hey, that sounds like fucking VTubers. Fucking. I'm just kidding. Oh, wait. I wonder if some of these VTubers got got USAID aid. Because, yeah, well, because what, they were apparently Twitch, or they were funding content creators? I don't know who, but... Oh, yeah. Fucking... Yeah, influencers? Yeah, they're just a bunch of paid fucking... they're a bunch of paid glowy informant fuckheads, right? Ah. Hey, look, it's a glowy on the internet. Oh, yeah, everyone's a glowy now on the internet, by the way. Good luck. Have fun with that one. Pakistanians and Indians crash in London. Oh. They're still are they fighting each other? It's just it's only on the side. Yeah, leave the weak bitch.
Third world problems.
Bitch, they're your problem now.
What are you running away for? What was that about?
White people are inferior.
White people are inferior?
I did that because I wanted to call the police. You've got
Oh, damn, lady, calm down. You're spitting out food.
White people are inferior.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say to you. Call the police, it's fine.
Call the police, it's fine. Police! Police!
Yeah, I'm gonna keep following you. We'll find out where you work. Yeah, we'll. He's gonna go viral.
I don't want to be in handcuffs.
Yeah, we'll stop. You should have kicked off there. You told you to stand where you are.
They are not grateful.
Oh, shit. Man, it's always old people. Everyone's just watching that. Vandal. Dude, that's gonna... Yeah, they're gonna get caught, probably. Yeah, the police are gonna get that. Yeah. The police are gonna go and get them. Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck VTubers. Fuck VTubers.
Baseball will be surpassed by WNBA in 20 years.
Fuck it. Fuck
what you just said
fuck the
is
whole
one of the
industry.
most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
What do you think was more detrimental to society? Women getting the right to vote or getting the right to an abortion?
Damn.
Neither. I think it's great that they can do both.
Oh, both were equally horrible?
No? Oh, I see what you're doing.
What?
No, I think they were both great. Not detrimental at all to society.
Would you rather give up your right to vote or to an abortion?
To vote.
Really?
Yes, and that's it. 3 questions.
Yeah.
You should... you should have said the... You should have said the abortion thing. And then since you got your right to vote, you could vote for it back. She didn't use her brain that much. It's okay.
This is feminism.
Sounds like that Cinder person. Just goddamn it, I'm sorry. Fuck.
It's wrong for white cop to kill person, that's for sure. But if it matters, it should matter at all times.
So what are you fighting for? What are you fighting for? You're not here to fight injustice. You're here to cause drama.
Will be stop violence. It's not about blacks.
Okay, since you're so
you guys are so blacks are oppressed. I am black. I'm not oppressed. I am free.
That's good for you. That's an individual person. What about a systemic issue?
I do what I want. You have the skills. This is a country where you have the skills. You want to do what you want. You do it. Stop forcing on people to accept that they're oppressed. They are not. I am not oppressed. I am black. Stop making people accept that they're oppressed. You're forcing a rhetoric into your minds, which is not true. Violence is wrong, period. It's not about blacks. The blacks in black neighborhoods every single day. I've never seen a Black Lives Matter in those neighborhoods.
Why don't you start?
I'm not carrying anything saying Black Lives Matter. I know I matter. You got knocked the fuck out.
Protests erupted outside the Supreme Court this week as the justices debated a wild landmark case on parents' rights to opt their kids out of reading LGBTQ storybooks. And when we say kids, we're talking about 3-year-olds.
It sounds like what
to fifth
VTubers
grade.
are trying to
So
do.
3-year-olds
Indoctrinate
reading these books.
people.
Listen to this. Some of the controversial books at the center of the
sorry.
case include Prince and Knight, which centers on two men who
Influencers
fall in
indoctrinate
love.
people. That's just...
Born Ready is about Penelope, who, quote, knows that he's a boy. The problem is getting everyone else to realize it, because that's what 3-year-olds need to be thinking about. And My Rainbow focuses on a young transgender girl who wants long hair like her dolls. In this
Actually,
book,
I don't even
titled
know if he does that
Pride
shit
Puppy,
anymore.
It's a picture
I'm
book
just making
aimed
fun
at
of him
3
because of what he
and
did in his past.
4-year-olds. And it instructs kids to look for items
Actually,
they might find
Johnny
at a gay
Smalley
pride
was
parade,
actually
such as
doing this.
underwear,
He was actually
lip
trying to
rings,
like
drag queens.
indoctrinate
All
kids. It
things my
was fucking
2-year-old is
weird.
not asking about right
That was
now,
a
but he's going to
yikes.
school and maybe he'll start asking.
Used to indoctrinate students into
moral degeneracy and
Listen to this one moment. It's between Justice Neil Gorsuch and a Maryland school district's lawyer. Gained a lot of attention when Gorsuch questioned the content that is in that specific book. Watch.
And they're being used in English language instruction at age 3.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, basically a lot of Supreme Court.
That's the one where
judges
they are supposed to look for the leather and things and bondage, things like that.
It's not bondage. It's a woman in a leather.
Sex worker, right?
No.
No?
That's not correct. No.
Gosh, I read it.
It's a drag queen and
Drag queen and drag queen.
Haley, let me tell you a little bit about my morning. I have a 5-year-old. I have a 2-year-old. You're about to have a baby yourself.
I'm sorry, what? So it's okay. No, it's not it's someone not in bondage. No, it's a drag queen. Why is this person dressed like this and we're showing it to kids? What? And why? Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you being weird?
My 2.5-year-old son, Nash, ran up to me with the Bible Stories book, and we began reading that together. He can barely speak. He can put together a few words, not yet a sentence. But somehow the lawyer for the Maryland School District thinks that my son needs to be reading about drag queens. And he thought he had gotten Justice Gorsuch, but he said there's no bondage, it's drag queens.
There's no bondage, it's
do not need to be reading about this.
into the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah.
Waning dogs. Alright, there you have it. Alright. What time is it? Alright, I think I'm gonna call it. I'm tired and exhausted. I feel kind of under the weather because I'm still have allergies. I can barely fucking sniff out of an. Well, I can't sniff out of a nose. My nose is. My sinus is blocked. Anyways, I'm gonna call it here. I'm tired, hungry. Kinda, not really. I'm just tired. The fucking reading that VTuber doc was just fucking draining. That was painful, really. that was super painful just reading the fucking the VTuber industry bullshit. Jesus. Fucking children, man, children. I mean, sorry, not on. Like, there's been some scummy shit people have been doing on the right influencer sphere for a while. I mean, stuff like that to surface now, it's like, yeah, gonna fucking happen right now. Anyways, thank you for watching, much appreciated. I will be back later today. Maybe we'll play some